What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from sneakerfiles.com, recapping the news, and before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the button below. Also, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop a new video. Now, as for some of the highlights, I have exclusive details on the upcoming Air Jordan 6 Gore-Tex. As well, we have a huge update on the Air Jordan 1 High OG Palomino, and a first look at the Air Jordan 1 High OG University Blue. Now, there's a lot more from Jordan Brand. As well, we have a full lineup from Nike, one shoe from New Balance, and one shoe from ADIDAS. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. Sean Wotherspoon has another ADIDAS collaboration coming up, and this time it'll be on the Gazelle. For now, we know of one colorway. It's possible that more release, and this is known as Hemp. The pair will feature sustainable materials like previous collaborations, while this shoe features woven hemp on the upper with white and green shades, and vegan leather on the tongues and 3 stripes branding. Other details includes orange on the heels and a gum brown semi-translucent outsole. Currently, we don't have a release date for the shoes, but more information coming soon. DTLR has a New Balance collaboration. This time, it's another 990 V3. This pair is known as Grayscale. The shoes feature gray, black, and white throughout, and pays tribute to the hustle culture in the DMV area. Constructed with premium materials like pigskin suede, mesh, and leather, finishing the look is a two-tone in-cap cushioned sole. So if you're interested in purchasing, they'll be available exclusively at DTLR.com and DTLR stores on February 24th. The retail price is $215. There's a lot of fans of the Nike Air Max 1, including myself, but now Nike Sportswear will release the Nike Air Max 1 slide. So far, we have a look at 2 colorways. One pair comes in the OG Sport Red, while the other is dressed in white and black. The 2 will feature Nike Air Max branding embroidered on the top of the strap, while the swoosh logo on the panels is cut off. As well, each pair will have a visible Air Max unit. The Sport Red pair is expected to release in March, probably to celebrate Air Max Day. And currently we don't have a release date for the white and black pair. Also, no retail price as of yet. In this video, we have quite a few new release dates. The first one is for the Nike Dunk Low Sanddrift. This pair features a Sanddrift, Hemp, and Cell colorway. Constructed with leather on the base, we have suede on the overlays, swoosh logos, and heels. Finishing the look is a two-tone rubber sole. For those that are interested, they drop on March 1st, and the retail price will be $110. This is also a women's exclusive release. The Undefeated Nike Air Force 1 Low released in multiple colorways back in November, and I believe a few dropped in December. Don't quote me on that, but if you missed out on the release for the Fauna brown pair, there's going to be a wider release, which takes place in March. So the shoes come dressed in Fauna brown, pink prime, and multicolor, and they will debut on March 1st. The retail price will be $160, and they'll also be available on the Sneakers app. Chris Stamp, the founder of Stamped Clothing, has connected with Nobu for a special collaboration known as the Sushi Club Nike Air Force 1 Low Sushi Force. So the shoes feature an all-white upper with leather, more white lands on the tongue and liner, but the true highlight is the Beverly Hills Sushi Club logo lasered on the lateral side, which also appears on the tongue label, and other details includes SF1 lace locks, along with stamps and Nobu's branding on the laces. Currently, we don't have a release date for the shoes. However, the retail price is $195. They're said to be exclusively available at sushiclub.com. Back in 2019, we saw the More Than an Athlete LeBron 17 and the Air Force 1 debut for Uninterrupted, and now, in 2023, the Nike LeBron 20 will release. The shoes feature black across the base, white on the tongues and laces, and then blue on the inner booty and heels. We also have the signature double stack swoosh logo on the panels, age detailing lands on the midsole, and Speak Your Truth is printed on the heel tabs. Other details includes uninterrupted buttons on the lateral heels, repeated branding on the forefoot, and a translucent outsole that reads Speak and Truth. Now, doing some digging around, I found a release date which is expected to take place on March 10th. Now, this isn't confirmed, and the retail price is $200. Official photos popped up of the Nike Ja 1 Scratch. For me, this might be my favorite colorway due to the fact that it's the Memphis Grizzlies alternate uniforms, which pays tribute to back when they were located in Vancouver. I love the colorway. It brings me back to the 90s, but the shoes feature a rapid till, black, white, university red, and monarch colorway. Highlighting this pair is the Grizzlies claw marks on the lateral forefoot, swooshes, and midsole. Other details include Ja's logo and monarch on the tongue label. As of now, we don't have a release date, and the retail price is $110. This is another pair that I really like. It's the Nike Ja 1 Midnight, also known as 12 AM. The shoes feature an anthracite, metallic silver, and cobalt bliss colorway. Now, the true highlight of this shoe is the Swarovski crystals that land on the swoosh logos. Next, we have 12 AM on the lace dubras, and it also comes with a Nike Ja hang tag. Those two will also feature the Swarovski crystals. And finishing the look is an icy translucent outsole with its 12 AM somewhere in Morant's handwriting. Now, there was a little bit of a discrepancy, I think, on the retail price. So initially it came out that these were going to retail for $400. However, due to All-Star Weekend, they actually released these shoes in Utah, and the retail price showed that they would cost $250. Now, there's a possibility they may release two versions, one with a special box, one without. For me, I like the shoes. I could go without the special box for $150 less. Now, there is expected to be a wider release, so if you missed out on going to Utah for All-Star Weekend, there should be another chance for you to purchase. Unfortunately, we don't have that date just yet. We now have on-feet photos of the Nike SB Dunk Low Decon in 7 in University Red. This is also the second colorway releasing. This shoe features an Opti Yellow, University Red, Bright Crimson, Stadium Green, Team Orange, and Cell colorway. Now, originally I was calling them Opti Yellow, but honestly, there's just more red, and just to differ from the two, I wanted to just name them University Red. So I think I'm the only one doing that. But some of the highlights on this shoe is floral embroidery around the toe and heel. They'll also feature a translucent outsole, and since this is a deconstructed model, it'll lack the padding that a traditional Nike SB Dunk would feature. Now, at the time of recording, we don't have a release date. However, this shoe, along with the other pair, is expected to debut this summer, and the retail price will be $110. Throughout 2023, we're going to see a lot of Air Max 1 releases. There's actually a pair that I have yet to leak, which I'm personally excited for. I'm probably going to leak it later this week. But for now, we have a first look at the Nike Air Max 1 Mica Green. Now, we only have a preview of the shoes, but they'll feature a white Mica Green, Photon Dust, and black colorway. The shoes come in the OG-like color blocking, while constructed with white mesh on the base, gray suede on the overlays, and green leather on the swoosh logos and mudguards. Finishing the look is a white midsole and a black rubber outsole. At the time of recording, this shoe is scheduled to release on April 14th, and the retail price will be $150. When I took my break from doing YouTube videos, I was still writing articles, and I leaked that the Nike Mac Attack would be returning this year. Now, at the time, I knew that there was going to be some OG colorways, but there was also a social status Nike Mac Attack that would release. Now, allegedly, we have a first look at that shoe. Now, yes, it is the Nike Mac Attack, but from these photos, I don't see anywhere on the shoe that has social status branding. So although it's being labeled a social status collaboration, I haven't seen the shoes, I just was given the information. I still can't 100% confirm if this is their collaboration. Now, this pair features a matte silver and black on the upper, while constructed with mesh and leather. We also have the signature checkerboard pattern in white and gray on the tongue, and then a yellow swoosh. Other details includes a white midsole and a gray rubber outsole. For me, I'm looking forward to the shoe. I like it a lot. For those that don't know, this was John McEnroe's pair, and for the first time, this shoe will retro. So expected to debut sometime this summer, and currently we don't have a retail price. it looks like Billie Eilish has another collaboration with Nike coming, and this time it's going to be on the Nike Air Alpha Force 88. So what makes this model in particular colorway so sought after is that Michael Jordan wore the shoes in 1988. Hence the renaming of the shoe. It was also the year that they were released. Also, this is the OG colorway, and I do have some opinions on it being a Billie Eilish collab, but before I get to that, this pair features a white, fire red, black, and neutral gray colorway. Now, some months back, we saw a first look at the shoes, and at that time, we didn't know it was a collaboration just because her branding actually lands on the insoles. That could be the same for the Nike Mac Attack. Social status branding could be on the insoles, but unfortunately, we don't have an image of that. So, the pair comes constructed with leather, it features ribbed collars, and comes with a midfoot strap. Finishing the look is AAF88 branding on the tongues. No release date for this pair, but they're expected to debut later this year, and the retail price is $130. Now look, just my opinion. I'm a fan of the shoe. I think it does have a lot of history. I know if they release on their own, they're going to sit. I think OG collectors will buy them, but I think for the most part, people are going to pass on them. Now, adding it as a collaboration might push some more shoes. I don't think it's tailored to the sneakerhead demographic at this point. I think Nike is trying to further its reach here. But in my opinion, I don't think this shoe should be a collaboration. It's an OG colorway. I understand that it's just on the insoles, but if you're going to bring back an OG, just keep it an OG. We now have our first hands-on look at the Nike Air Max 1 86 Big Bubble. The shoe is part of the original production run of the Air Max 1 that took place in 86, which took place before the Air Max 1 hit retailers in 87. This will be the first time that the shoes will have a general release, and they come dressed in the OG Sport Red colorway. Now, the highlight of this shoe is the big window, aka the larger Air Max unit, and I think overall people are just fans of this colorway, so it seems like there is quite a bit of hype for them. Also from this preview, we have a look at the box. That's definitely unique. It actually looks like it's aged. And as far as a release date, we don't have one just yet. They are expected to release in March. More than likely, it will be right around Air Max Day, if not on it, which is March 26th. And currently, we don't have a retail price. About a month ago or so, we learned that the Nike Kobe 4 Protro would release in 2023. At that time, all we knew about was the colorway, which is white, black, and metallic gold. A few days ago, we received a first look, and it's actually another tribute shoe for Gigi Bryant. So the pair is known as the Nike Kobe 4 Protro Gigi. So going over the pair, they feature white leather on the base and black accents. Next, we have plaid on the heel counter and Gigi embroidered with her jersey number 2 on the heels. Kobe's logo in gold lands on the tongues, and then we have a mostly black rubber outsole. Now these are dope. I'm definitely a fan of them, definitely going after them. I was lucky enough to hit on the Kobe 6. So definitely going to try to go after this pair. Now, we have a release date, but it's not confirmed, and it's for May 1st. So May 1st is actually Gigi's birthday, and the retail price will be $180. Hopefully they make them more available. I'm hoping that retailers get them, not just sneakers. I would love to see everybody who's a fan of Kobe Bryant and can appreciate the shoe get their hands on a pair. In 2021, Jordan Brand unveiled the Air Jordan 6 Fraternity PE collection, which was exclusive to Jordan Brand MLB, NBA, WNBA, and NFL athletes. For 2023, the brand will release the Air Jordan 37 Low Military Blue, also known as Fraternity. So the shoes feature a military blue, white, midnight navy, true red, and sky gray color combination. Highlighting the shoes, we have Greek letters on the left tongue badge and a blue semi-translucent heel counter. Finishing the look is a white midsole. Unfortunately, no release date for this pair. They're going to drop sometime this year, and the retail price will be $175. The next Air Jordan 37 Low to go over is known as Nothing But Net. This is inspired by the outfit that Michael Jordan wore during a McDonald's commercial back in 1992. There was also an Air Jordan 7 that released known as Nothing But Net. Now this pair comes dressed in a black, white, university red, bright Concord, Soar, and laser orange color combination. Utilizing black across the base, we have the Nothing But Net pattern on the tongues. Other details includes black on the midsole and a mostly white rubber outsole. Once again, we don't have a release date for this shoe, but the retail price will be $175. Just before the All-Star game, Jordan Brand unveiled Jayson Tatum's first signature shoe, the Jordan Tatum 1. Now, we've already seen previews of the shoe. However, we do have 2 new colorways to showcase, and I'm going to read a bit from their press release as well as mix in some stuff that I wrote. But the shoes feature a lightweight, reinforced TPU frame that allows excess material to be stripped away. An uncaged zoom air unit in the forefoot helps provide energy return without sacrificing court fill. The Tatum 1 Kids design will feature a collapsible heel system for easy on-off entry. This shoe is the lightest performance shoe in Jordan Brand's performance line this season. Now here's a quote from Tatum. "I want people to feel like they can connect to me. I remember being a kid walking into the store and looking for the signature shoes of my favorite players. The moment I saw the shoe or put the shoe on, I felt like I was in sync and closer to them in a way. So I want the shoe to be a bridge between my fans and me to bring us closer together." So for the colorways that we've already seen, the first is known as Zoo. That is inspired by his favorite place to take his son, Deuce. The second pair, known as St. Louis or Archer Ave, comes dressed in retro colors of Tatum's hometown baseball team. There's the Pink Lemonade, which is Tatum's favorite drink, and then we have the Barbershop Jordan Tatum 1, which is inspired by his confidence that Tatum feels when he gets a haircut. That shoe will only be available in adult sizing. The Tatum 1 Zoo will be the first to release, which will take place on April 7th. The St. Louis, aka Archer Ave, will debut on April 18th. The Pink Lemonade iteration will debut on June 20th. And currently we don't have a release date for the Barbershop pair. The retail price will be $120 each. We have a new kids exclusive Air Jordan 1 mid releasing, and this pair actually features scalloped edges. Now this pair comes just in a white, pink Oxford, jade ice, and guava ice color combination. It kind of has an Easter or a spring vibe to them, and the shoes feature white leather on the base, suede on the overlays, while covered in pastel shades, and has a debossed Wings logo on the ankle. Finishing the look is coconut milk on the midsole and the outsole. No release date for this pair, but the retail price will be $120. We have another Air Jordan 1 mid releasing part of the Craft series. This pair is known as Light Orewood Brown. Now the shoes feature a white, light Orewood Brown, tech gray, and cell colorway, utilizing a foam padded tongue while constructed with leather, mesh, and suede. There's also stitching on the swoosh logos, which represents the number 23, and then a two-tone rubber outsole finishes the look. Another pair we don't have a release date for, but they are expected to debut sometime this year, and the retail price will be $135. Jordan Brand is going to release a brown elephant pack, and the first pair we have to look at is the Air Jordan 1 Low. The shoes feature a hemp, metallic gold, white, light British tan, and black colorway. The highlight of this pair is brown elephant print across the swoosh logos, and then they come constructed with leather, suede, and mesh. White appears on the base, we have a lighter shade of brown on the overlays, and then black lands on the liner and the rubber outsole. Finishing the look is gold on the tongue branding. No release date for this pair, but they'll debut sometime later this year, and the retail price will be $120. The second pair part of the brown elephant pack is the Air Jordan 1 Mid. Now, in my opinion, I like the mid more than the low, and this shoe features a light Orewood brown, metallic gold, white, light British tan, and cell colorway. Utilizing white leather on the base, we have suede on the overlays, gold hits the branding, and then highlighting the shoes, we have brown elephant print on the collar and the swoosh logos. Other details includes a tan midsole and a black rubber outsole. Unfortunately, no release date for this shoe, but they will debut later this year, and the retail price will be $135. In this video, we have several Air Jordan 1 High Zoom Comfort 2s to talk about, and the first one is known as Black and Blue. This shoe features a muslin, black, black and blue, and coconut milk color combination. Breaking down the shoes, they feature black on the eye stay, around the toe box, heel, laces, collar, and within the cutout swoosh logo on the panels. Next, we have blue accents, Zoom Air branding on the tongue, and Formula 2-3 foam cushioning. Finishing the look is coconut milk on the midsole and a black rubber outsole. No release date for this shoe, however they should be releasing sometime soon, and the retail price will be $150. The second Air Jordan 1 Zoom Comfort 2 to talk about has more of a spring vibe to them. They feature shades of white, university blue, and electric green. Constructed with the usual suede, mesh, and textile materials, the pair also features the cutout swoosh logos on the panels, which has electric green. Blue wraps the toe, heel, runs down the eye stays, hits the laces and the rubber outsole. We have a darker shade of green on the ankle collar and on the overlay, and then a cell midsole finishes the look. Again, we don't have a release date for this shoe, but they will debut sometime soon, and the retail price will be $150. New photos popped up of Teyana Taylor's upcoming Air Jordan 1 Zoom Comfort 2 collaboration, which gives us a detailed look. Now, I went over the shoes in a previous video. I'll go over them once again briefly, but the shoes feature a gym red, black, summit white, earth, and coconut milk colorway. Now, this pair is actually known as a Rose from Harlem, which references her 2018 record, Rose in Harlem. So we have somewhat of a mismatched theme going on. On the left shoe, we have a large black swoosh with exposed stitching that also extends onto the midsole. And then on the right shoe, we have an embroidered swoosh in red, which features green thorns. On the left shoe, on the tongue label, we have Tay, which also lands on the left insole. And then on the right insole, we have a swoosh with thorns. Brown then wraps the heels. We have white on the base and red overlays. More than likely, they will come with a couple sets of laces, shown as yellow laces. Also on the ankle flap, we have a Rose from Harlem printed on the inside, and each pair will come with special packaging. At the time of recording this, we don't have a release date, and the retail price will be $150. In my opinion, I'm not a fan of them. I think they would have looked better if they both had the embroidered swoosh with thorns. That looks nice. Or even possibly the large black swoosh. I'm not really a fan of the mismatched look here. Also, I'm not really a fan of the brown that wraps the heel. I feel that it just sticks out. And if I was to purchase them and wear them, I definitely wouldn't have the yellow laces. They honestly remind me of a Ronald McDonald shoe. Now, that's just my opinion. Like always, let me know yours down below. Really quick stop at the Air Jordan 4 Thunder. In the last video, I went over photos which showed that the shoes would feature black stitching across the toe cap instead of white. Now, those photos were product images, I believe, from JD Sports, but it was in grade school sizing. Now, there was a question that was brought to my attention. Maybe the kids pair will have black stitching, but the adult version will have white. Well, we do have more product photos. I believe these are also from Finish Line and JD Sports. And this is the adult pair, and as you can see, it has black stitching. So it looks like everything is back to normal. The shoes will have black stitching. Now, as for the pair with white stitching, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen with them. There is a possibility they could wind up at outlets. I definitely don't think what was originally suggested to me is that Jordan Brand could remove the white stitching and put in black stitching. I don't think that's going to happen, nor do I think Jordan Brand is going to dye the white stitching black. I think that's too much of a tedious process, and knowing them, they're definitely going to get that ink on the midsole, and even though the midsole is already black, it's just going to stick out. So currently the release date is May 13th, and the retail price will be $210. They'll also be available in full family sizing. Maniere officially unveiled their upcoming Air Jordan 12 collaboration in both colorways. Now, they already announced release information for both shoes. One of those was that women were able to enter first by going in store and entering the raffle. And then the second one was for anybody to come in and enter the raffle. Now, there is another option. I'm sure there's going to be two more options, but the first option is we have an online release, which will take place on February 24th. So these will be available at Maniere.com. on February 24th. Now, the fourth option, which I don't have confirmation of just yet, is a sneakers app release date. So it's possible we could see them drop on March 2nd. That was the original release date on the sneakers app. Again, that isn't confirmed. Also, the retail price is $225, and they will be available in extended women's sizing. Now, on Twitter, I've been seeing a lot of people upset about men buying the shoes. They're also upset that Maniere held a women's first raffle. I don't have an issue with that at all. I think that's cool. It is a women's shoe. But I also feel that if a man really wants to buy the shoe knowing it's a women's shoe, he has the right to as well. And I've noticed a lot of people are upset about that. But here's the thing. In Maniere's promotional photos, the ones they put on their website, the ones that they took or had a company take them, actually has men wearing the shoes. And it is a colorway that I feel that easily both men and women can wear. So personally, I don't see a problem with men buying women's shoes or women buying men's shoes. If you like them, just buy them. That's just my opinion, of course. Like always, let me know yours down below. This is a shoe that I'm never going to get tired talking about or sharing. It's the Air Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined. So once again, I'm talking about them because recently product photos from Finish Line leaked, and honestly, they look great. I'm sure everybody can appreciate this shoe. So really, I'm just talking about them just to show the new photos. One of the things I like, aside from the aged look, is the elephant print. So in my opinion, these are pretty close to the OGs. It's not super dark. It's thin. And honestly, I don't think I've bought a pair of shoes this year. I'm trying to think what I bought, and I don't think I've gotten anything. So this, for me, is my first pickup. The Playoff 13s, I was going to pick them up. I just haven't yet. I'll probably just hold off on that. The Air Jordan 1 High 85 in black and white. I entered the raffle. I missed out. So this is looking like it's going to be my first pickup. And for those that are interested in buying, they're still going to release on March 11th. They will be available in full family sizing, and the retail price will be $210. We now have a first look at the Air Jordan 1 High OG University Blue. Some people are calling them UNC Toe. And as you can see, the shoes look exactly like the Photoshop that was put out a couple months back. So this pair features a University Blue, black and white colorway. And they'll feature white leather on the base. We have black on the overlays and swoosh logos. And the highlight, at least for me, is University Blue, which lands on the toe box, tongue branding, heels, and the rubber outsole. Other details includes black on the tongue, wings logo, and white on the midsole. So this pair is currently scheduled to release on July 8th, and the retail price will be $180. Now, one thing I've noticed is the Air Jordan 1, a lot of them are sitting. There was a time when basically every one that dropped, they would sell out. Now, in my opinion, this shoe is not going to sit. This is going to be one that sells out pretty quick. And for me, I definitely plan on adding them to my collection. Let me know your thoughts on this shoe down below. Another shoe that I definitely need to talk about is the Air Jordan 1 High OG Palomino. Now, initially, this shoe was supposed to have suede all across the upper, an entire suede shoe, which a lot of people were upset about. They liked the color blocking, but they asked why suede. Same questions on the Royal Reimagined Air Jordan 1. Now, we do have an updated mock-up, and it turns out that Jordan Brand will actually release the shoe with not just suede, but leather. What you're looking at is accurate. I was fortunate enough to see the sample, and the sample of this shoe looks exactly like this. So this is what we're getting later this year. And they feature a black metallic gold Palomino in cell colorway. Now, if you haven't noticed, the metallic gold will actually land on the Nike Air branding on the tongue. Other than that, we have black leather on the base, which also wraps the toe. And then we'll have Palomino, a shade of brown, on the toe box, swoosh, ankle, and around the heel. Finishing the look is a cell midsole and a brown rubber outsole. I think this is another pair that's going to do really well. I know the Mocha ones, a lot of people like them. This probably won't be as sought after as the Mocha ones, but I still think this is another Jordan 1 that's going to sell well. And when I say that, I don't mean in the sense of resell. I just mean sell out at retailers. It might be a hard to obtain shoe. And as for the release details, September 16th is when they're expected to release, and the retail price will be $180. If you thought I was done leaking more holiday 2023 releases, you thought wrong. Yes, there's already been a ton, and I still have a handful more. And for this video, I'm just going to talk about one. It's the Air Jordan 6 Gore-Tex. Now, what you're looking at is a mock-up, so what actually releases will look different. However, I do have some additional details. So this will release in women's sizing, and they'll feature a brown kelp, team gold, shadow brown, and court purple colorway. The colorway and blocking is actually taken from the Nike ACG line, specifically the ACG Air Moab. Now, this pair is expected to feature Gore-Tex material, which of course combats against rain and snow. And due to the color description, more than likely it'll have brown throughout, along with purple and orange accents. Team Gold is also used potentially on the branding. I'm not entirely sure just yet. And more than likely they will have a translucent outsole. So, for the release details, they are expected to debut holiday 2023. There's a lot of releases coming, so it's possible that anything could get pushed back or even scrapped, but in this case, I don't think that's going to happen. And the retail price will be $250. That seems pretty steep. I know for the Air Jordan 5 Gore-Tex, the retail price was $220. And what's really weird about that shoe is they were expected to debut in December. They have already released overseas, but some are saying it's an overseas exclusive. I still don't have confirmation on that, but it is looking like that's what it's going to be. So for this shoe, I hope the color blocking comes out nice. I should have an update soon, and hopefully this pair will be available in the States. Currently, for now, they are expected to be, but the way shipping and manufacturing has been, it's a possibility that it doesn't happen. But let me know your thoughts down below. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the button below. As well, turn on the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop a new video. Now, I'm going to try and drop another video this week. I do have enough news to go over. I'm sure I will. It's just I have some things going on this week. For example, it's my girl's birthday, so I got to make sure I spend time with her. And let me know what you liked or disliked down in the comment section below. As well, if you have any questions, leave those down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to sneakerfiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.